How's it going, guys? It is good to be back, and today we are starting a new type of video, but I think one that'll be fun. We are out here in a new habitat. We're gonna go out and see just how many animals I can photograph and film in 1 to 2 hours, we'll see. And there's a bunch of different habitats I wanna try this out in, and I feel like a lot of times we get into a new place, not really sure what to look for, where to look for, so I wanna go out and see just how many species we can find today. And ooh snap, new year, new camera. We've got a massive quality upgrade for a lot of the gear on the channel. And today we're gonna test it out, see what videos and photographs we can get. But where exactly are we? Today we are in a deciduous forest. If you look behind me, it's looking a little dead, a little sparse, not all that green. It's winter, so all the leaves have fallen, and you may look at it and think, man, there's probably not that much out. And although it's true we're not going to find that many insects or reptiles, for mammals and birds it's actually one of the best times of year to find stuff. So I'm very excited. I want to see just how many species we can find, really highlight this habitat. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess 21 species. So comment down below how many you think I'll find, and let's get started, see just what photos and videos we can get.
All right, so in hindsight, I probably should have said where we actually were today. We're in the Rio Grande bosque in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's a nice riverside cottonwood forest, and it's probably the place I've spent the most time in my life looking for animals, so it's pretty special to me. And luckily, it did not take long to find our first creature of the day, and one of my absolute favorite groups of birds, a woodpecker. This was a male downy woodpecker, super small, super cute, got that nice red cap. And I just love woodpeckers because whenever you see them, they're just always doing something. They're always crawling around, hopping up trees, pecking at it. I mean, it's not gonna be like most birds where often they're just sitting there doing nothing. Like, woodpeckers will always perform for you. And I'm really hoping that this spring I can get some more woodpecker footage. I'm usually pretty good about finding their nests, and it's so fun to just see the parents go in with food, feed the babies, and of course extract some like beetle larvae from dead trees and stuff. So this spring hoping to get some good footage, but for now this little guy will do nicely. And luckily, in winter at least, these guys actually travel in big groups called mixed flocks with a bunch of other species of birds. So, of course, we got some dark-eyed juncos, which is like a type of sparrow. We've got some lesser goldfinches that my camera really did not like to focus on. And everyone's favorite, a little black-capped chickadee. I love these guys. Of course, they're famous for their call, the chickadee-dee-dee that they earn their name from. But they actually have one of the most advanced repertoires of calls of any birds. I think they have like 13, and a lot of them are super complicated, super advanced, and they all use it to communicate with each other. So really cool find. I just love these guys. All right, so we're doing pretty good with the birds so far, but I think it's time for a little change of pace. It's time to look for the animal that this forest is probably most famous for.
Now, the reason this forest specifically is so good at this time of year when there's nothing around is specifically because there's nothing around. When the leaves fall, you can see so much of those branches, the twigs, and that's where a lot of those arboreal animals are going to be. And specifically in this Rio Grande cottonwood forest, I would say is the best place on earth to consistently see porcupines. They are everywhere here. And especially when these leaves fall, they're super easy to spot. They just look like a glob of fluff up in the tree. And so I'm 90% confident we're gonna see one today, so hopefully we can get some good shots. We're gonna scan along these tree branches, hopefully see some, and get some good pictures.
A lot of people are surprised to hear that porcupines live up in trees, but that really is where you're gonna find them like 90% of the time. And because all these cottonwood trees, their leaves are gone, it really is just a pristine opportunity to spot as many of these guys as we can. And luckily, it did not take long at all to do just that.
All right, guys, we have got not one, but 2 porcupines. They're in back-to-back trees. They're up pretty high, and so I'm not gonna be sure how good the footage will be. We're gonna go under them, hope they don't fall right on top of us. But that is pretty cool. 2, and maybe I can get both of them in the same shot just to show you guys how close they are. So we're gonna get up nice and close and see just what photos and video we can get.
Unfortunately, I couldn't actually get a shot of both of them in the same picture. The branches were just not cooperating with me, but I did get some individual shots, not the best because they were like obscenely high in the tree and the branches were kind of blocking their face from many angles, but still, there we go, we got some porcupines. And these were just the first 2 out of, I want to say, 4 or 5 that we saw. So here are some others, some smaller guys, different colors, so got yourself a little bit of variety there. And this is probably my favorite shot of the porcupines we got. I'm going to keep it fairly brief. I'd love to talk more about these guys, but I do have a video coming up pretty soon where I might actually be able to get hands-on with some of these porcupines. So stay tuned for that, because that should be a very fun video. Luckily, those porcupines aren't the only mammal we saw that day, but we do have to work through a few more birds before we get into it. We found this huge flock of white-crowned sparrows, probably close to 50 of them, and this bird is so common, you will almost always see these things here. Most of the shots I got were of the sort of immature males with that brown, tan-colored crown, but we did get a few great shots of the adult male, that beautiful white and black crown. And that wasn't the only sparrow we got. We got this guy, and not 100% sure what it is. I hate identifying sparrows. They all look the same to me, and they're all, you know, pretty boring looking. But this one, I want to say, is a song sparrow, either that or a Lincoln sparrow. So there you go, one more species. Feel free to roast me for my lack of sparrow ID skills in the comments.
Now I know what you're thinking, Donnie, man, where can we find clothes as bland and uninteresting as you're wearing? I mean, when we're looking for animals, it's good to wear very muted tones, kind of blend in with the environment, and these are exceptionally uninteresting. So where did I find these? Well, quick little life hack for you. These are all repurposed Halloween costumes. So if you go to Goodwill, go in their bargain bin, you can get just like $4 cheap ugly green clothes and use them for Halloween later. So quick little tip, the hobby of looking for wildlife can truly bring about some nice gear.
Now, one last bird we got within the forest is one of my favorites, and probably my favorite shot of the day, this gorgeous juvenile Cooper's hawk. I got real nice and close to it. I just love this shot. Didn't get any footage of this one, but I do actually have some footage from a previous location, so here is a better look at that juvenile Cooper's hawk. Such a cool bird. It's an accipiter, so it has very short wings and a long tail. Uses that to weave in and out of the branches of this very dense forest and hunt birds. So one of my favorite raptors, super cool. The adults have more of like an orange breast with a darker gray sort of top side. Hopefully I'll get some good footage of one of those someday, but for now, really cool to see this raptor. I just love seeing raptors whenever I can. All right, now it's time to begin the journey towards the river, and on the way we stopped by a ditch, and last thing I ever expected to see in the middle of winter in an ice-covered ditch was this, a freaking turtle. We got a red-eared slider here, just taking in the cold, freezing air, probably getting like his daily breath while he kind of brewmates in there, so that was a definite surprise. We also found some mallard ducks, got both the male and female, and I believe that was it for the ditch. On the way to the river though, like kind of on the tree line. Now, I hope you're ready for this absolute award-winning shot of this Canada goose, because my God, National Geographic hit me up, my DMs are open. And to follow that up, man, look at that American crow. Wow, truly, Edgar Allan Poe would be salivating over that one. I just took these to show proof that I saw them. I knew I wasn't going to get a good shot, but there you go, 2 more species. And finally, we arrive at the river. I really just kind of wanted to go here to get some nice drone shots. I didn't think I would actually see too much, but right away on the opposite bank, we got ourselves a greater roadrunner, kind of skipping around. Not great footage, but whenever I do my wildlife photography challenge neighborhood edition, you better believe I'll have some great roadrunner footage for that. So stay tuned. Not the best roadrunner shot there. And we also found our second and last mammal of the excursion. So we got ourselves this gorgeous coyote drinking from the river. I've wanted to film coyotes for quite a while since I got the new camera, and finally I was able to do so. Cute little guys, got this guy majestically standing on a beach, really trying to get as much good footage as possible, and all right. Got a little stuck there, little dingleberry, no worries. Okay, yeah, be sanitary, nice. Remind me not to walk on that stretch of beach, and he's gone. Okay, well, that is the extent of the coyote footage I've been waiting so long to get, so hope you guys enjoyed that. I will keep that. Don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I have it now, so there's that. And last but not least, our final animal of this excursion, we got ourselves, are you ready? The darling of this country, America's own symbol, the majestic bald eagle. Wow. Yeah, the autofocus, I did not program it right, and it totally missed it. Bald eagles are actually fairly rare in this area, so I was quite mad. But yeah, there's my bald eagle footage. So I'm gonna have to head to Bosque del Apache soon, where there's a lot of bald eagles, and I can hopefully redeem myself. But there you go. There is a bald eagle.
All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up. So however many species you see around there is the final number. Could be exactly 21 or way not 21. I don't know because I didn't keep track, but post-editing version of me will, so we will see. Very happy with what we saw today. Porcupines, coyotes, a bunch of cool birds. And I hope that really shows that even if a habitat looks this kind of barren and plain, you can see so many animals if you really just pay attention, and some really cool ones. So let me know in the comments what habitats you want me to explore, what species you'd like me to see. 2024 is going to be a great year for the channel. I'm very excited for some stuff we have in the works. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.